Hey guys, I'm April from Giggle Glitter Graphics, and today we are making some mini books. This free project is being sent out today to members of my email list, but if you would like to join us, you can sign up by using the link in the description down below and have this project sent to you immediately. This is a collection of 3 books that I'm calling Warm Memories. The first has a story included in it about going back to a house that the main character grew up in. The second is just a series of warm memories with images to go with them. And the third is just images that may cause you to have some warm memories. So this project comes with 4 pages, and one of them will need to be printed on cardstock. Remember, I do note what you need to print on at the top of each page, but the book covers and the little labels will be printed on cardstock. The rest of the pages will be printed on paper. I use 110-pound cardstock and 32 pounds paper. I also want to note that you should keep in mind the order that these strips are on the pages. And you can always refer back to the images if you're not sure, and I will try to point out what order they go in when we assemble them, but they are in order 1, 2, 3. That really just goes for A Cup of Quiet and The House on Daisy Lane. The images can really go in any order. For additional supplies, you will need scissors to cut everything out, a bone folder or an alternative like the back of your scissors or your thumbnail, and also your choice of liquid glue or glue stick. I like Beacon Fabri-Tac or Uhu glue stick. You may also find a scoreboard useful for this project. I will be using one today because it makes it a lot easier, but you can totally do all the folds by hand. And I've also done the edges of everything in Vintage Photo Distress ink. This is optional, but I like the finished look it gives the edges of all the pages. So I'm going to start out with A Cup of Quiet, and I've got all 3 strips here for that book. I'm going to start with the first one. And we are going to fold this to create our pages. So I'm going to take my strip, and the first thing I'm going to do is fold it in half right along this line here. And I'm going to grab my bone folder just to firm that crease up. And you want to make sure this is as even as possible. So I got just a little off there. I'm going to adjust and fold again. And the second thing I'm going to do is take my ends and fold them in. So I'm taking this little teacup page and I'm folding it in to meet this line here. And again, using my bone folder, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to fold in to that center crease. And that should give you a fold that is right along this line here. So it's just kind of a tricky way of getting that crease without being able to see the line. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side. And that will give you this little accordion piece that should fold up like nice and neat, like so. And then you're going to want to repeat this for the other 2 strips in the book. So I'm going to do one more with you. So we're going to fold in half. Then fold the ends in up to the line. Like so. And then open it up so you're on the back and fold into the center line. Now you could just do kind of a zigzag back and forth if you feel more comfortable with that. For me, this is the most efficient way to make these little books without having to guess where all the lines are. And I'm going to open that back up and make sure my little accordion is all together there. And there is my second one. So now I have all 3 of my strips done in my little accordions, and we need to start gluing our pages together. We want to make this so that it is a book you can actually flip through. So you can see I'm going to pinch these. You see the shape, go ahead and pinch them, take a look at it, lay it down, see how you can flip through it. And I'm going to grab my glue stick for this one, and I'm going to turn it to the back. Page 1 does not get glue. 2 and 3 get glued together. So I'm just going to run the glue, and you're going to want to glue these together pretty well. The neater you do this, the nicer the books are going to turn. The nicer the pages are going to be. And then I'm going to use my bone folder. You can just use your hand to kind of smooth that out. So there's one. And then, so here's 1, 2, and 3 are glued together. 4 and 5 are going to get glued together. And 6 will be not glued. And that is going to make that little shape, like so. Use my bone folder and get those smoothed out. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6 to make our little flippy book. And we're going to repeat that for the other 2 strips. All right, so I've got my 3 little X-shaped pieces here, and this is where you want to make sure things are in the right order. So on the left, I have the one that says A Cup of Quiet. In the middle, there's the one with the little journal and the porch swing. And then on the right, I've got the box, the letter, and the flowers, the honeysuckle flowers. So that is the order they're going to go into. And for this part, you might like to use your glue stick. I'll go ahead and use liquid glue just so you can see the difference. It is going to be a little messier, but you have some time to move things around. And we're going to glue the pages back to back to make a continuous book. So the page, A Steaming Cup in my hands. I'm going to apply glue to the back of that. And this liquid glue, I'm not going to be super generous with it. I'm going to kind of smudge it out, and I'm going to make sure I get it to all of the edges. And that is where the glue stick might be just a little easier for this project. Usually I'm very liquid glue oriented, but for this one, exceptions can be made. So, but you can slide it around and line it up a little better. So that is the plus. So I'm just gluing that little journal and pen page to the back of that one. Steaming cup in my hands, and then I'm just going to make sure it's lined up as well as I can. You might get a little wiggle. You can see mine is not perfect, but get it as close to perfect as you can. And then we're going to take a slow afternoon, no hurry, no need, and glue it to this one here with the little trunk on it. And I'll go ahead and use that liquid glue again. Same thing, just a really light coating. And then use the tip to spread it out really well. And try to get those corners in the back. The better this is attached, the better it will operate. And then making sure I have the right panel, make sure everything is facing the same direction. Spend a little extra time lining everything up. And then I'm going to give that a smush. And now I have book pages that I can page through. I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I really want to firm up this back crease. I'm going to take a look at the book. It is pretty straight. The spine area looks pretty good. I am fairly happy with that. So now that we have our pages made, we need to make a cover. You can pick any cover. That's why I made labels, so that you can kind of mix and match the covers with the book pages however you like. I think for this one, I'm going to go with the blue cover. And this is where the scoreboard is going to come in handy. So let me put this to the side and bring my cover over to my scoreboard. You can fold this by hand, so you can just fold this directly in half. I'm going to go ahead and make a crease on that line, but you can just fold this in half back to back. But where it can get kind of tricky is the front cover. You need to do the lines in between the spine and the cover area. And that can be a little harder to do by hand, especially since you're going to have to do it through both pieces as well. So I'm just kind of marking them out scoring that in here. And then we're going to fold this in half, nice and neat. Grab my bone folder. You can also use the tool from the scoreboard if you have a scoreboard. And we're going to glue these back to back. So I'll grab my glue stick again. Let's do this on here so I'm not making too much of a mess. So we're gluing that back to back. And now I do have my pre-scored lines on here, and that might be enough, especially with the glue giving it a little softness. And you're going to want to crease those creases to make a book shape. And I'm going to fold those over pretty hard and then hit them with the bone folder and then kind of sketch it the other way and repeat that just to get a nice crease in there. Now you have something that looks like this. So we've got the spine and then the inside of the book. And you can turn this either way. It doesn't matter. However you like it to look. It doesn't really have a really hard direction. I'm going to do mine like this. And I'm going to open this up. And we're going to place our pages so that they rest inside of that spine area. And this can be a little bit tricky. I am going to use my liquid glue so I can move it around. Again, you can use the glue stick if that's what you prefer. And I'm going to glue here and then just kind of do that. And then same thing on the other side. But since I'm using the liquid glue, I can move things around a little bit because we're going to need to adjust this to make it work better. So we want to open the book all the way up. Do not glue in the spine area. We are only gluing those two panels. And I'm going to check where everything is landing. So you're going to want to pull those pages or move those pages around until the creases line up with the corners of your book cover. And everything opens and closes really nicely. It can lay flat when it opens up and nothing is happening that is weird or strange. And then it can close up like so. It might want to pop open a little bit. In that case, you can sit something heavy on it while it dries, and that will probably help. And then if you want to, you can add the label to the front of the book. Now go ahead and do that. I left that as optional. Sometimes it's nice just to enjoy the decorative covers, and other times you might want the labels so you know what you're reading. All right, so I went ahead and finished all 3 books, and I'm going to go through the House on Daisy Lane with you really quickly. So the first page is the title page, and the last page has the feet on it. So if you just pay attention to your order, you are going to be good to go on that. Now, if your book keeps popping open, this one's staying closed pretty well, but it is still drying. This one has dried and I've paged through it. And you can see it wants to pop open a bit. So I took some embroidery floss and a couple of little charms and made a little tie to go around that. And I will unwrap that really quickly so you can see this is the Warm Memories book. And all it is just a length of embroidery floss with a couple of charms. And you can use any kind of string, twine, whatever you have on hand. And you can use that to secure your book shut if they don't want to stay shut. This one I have not paged through yet, but let's give it a go. Make sure nothing is stuck together. And that is really it for this project. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you enjoyed the Warm Memories series. Thank you so much for joining me this Friday. And I hope you will like, subscribe, sign up for the email list, hit the little bell icon, all those fun little things. And I will see you in the next video.